Welcome back to TBB,
aka the Bestie Bonus.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Taylar, and today we have an aims for you with the question of the week being, what is something that feels illegal but isn't? And the example I gave you was turning on the lights in the car at night. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
And guys, I have to tell you, I kind of went and scrolled through these today because I posted a little bit later, and y'all are cracking me up already.
I can't wait. I haven't looked at
They're
anything.
so funny. Number one we have is drinking coffee at the gym.
That feels illegal, yeah.
That does feel illegal, but at the same time, you're drinking a pre-workout, so it's just caffeine. But like, I wouldn't go to the gym with a coffee in my hand.
Yeah, like an iced latte.
And also, I'm gonna get a side cramp from that. Turning right on red, even though it says that you can. More so than turning right on red is turning left on green. For some reason, I feel like I'm not supposed to be doing it.
Yeah, or you turn where it doesn't even mark. Doing a U-turn in general.
In general.
Even though
I'm always so
there's
nervous.
no sign that says no
You
U-turn.
can't do one. I'm going to be arrested.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I feel like too. Putting soup in a rectangle container.
I feel that.
That is so spot on. I've never even thought about that because I would only ever put it in a circle container.
Yeah.
Street shoes on while at the bowling alley. Whoops. Yeah. Because you need to be wearing the reusable bowling shoes. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. Maybe it's like people that aren't bowling. I feel like if you step foot in one, you should have to get shoes.
I agree.
I don't know why, but yeah, I agree. Accidentally getting water on your sleeves and having to wear it for the rest of the day.
Sensory issue for me, for sure. I have to change.
Well, I'm even like, if I'm washing my face in the sink and it rolls down my arm, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
I know people are like, go get the sweatband for the wrist. I'll never wash those.
Yeah,
and the second I do, I'll never see them again.
Well, and also like it's completely dependent on the sink. Mm-hmm. It is not dependent on how close your face is or where your hand placement is. It is solely on the sink.
It is because God forbid that's got a little bit more extra oomph than the other sinks. You're done.
Yeah,
you're done.
If you can really put your face down there, then that's great. But if you got a little baby ass sink, then it's going everywhere.
Okay, looking up people's court cases. You know what? If that's the case, then arrest me.
Yeah.
Because I'd be doing that every single day. Working on super gloomy rainy days, it should be illegal. It does feel like it's not right. And I think that goes back to what's the word I'm looking for? Like an evolutionary thing.
Yeah.
Because back in the day,
you stayed in.
Like when we were all like hunters and gatherers, you can't go out. Sorry. Right. You're going to die because you're going to get a cold. You have to stay in the cave and be warm and be safe. Using the printer at my office to print personal stuff. Oh my God.
Illegal.
When I worked in football, I literally would be like, this is so illegal. But then everyone would be printing the most.
See, my work are such fucking sticklers about it.
Are they?
But also like they block our emails. So like I couldn't even email myself something to print.
Yeah.
However, Aaron's like, why didn't you ask me to print that? Like the papers for the photo shoot.
The photo
He's
shoot.
Like, why didn't you ask me to print that off at work? Like it would have been so much better than printing it at home. I'm like, it's like 100 papers, Aaron. I wasn't going to ask you to do that. He's like, why?
It doesn't matter.
Like they don't care. I'm like, okay.
Damn, it's so nice.
God forbid you use a little bit of ink.
God forbid. Using, I already said that one. Leaving things on the wrong shelves at the grocery store. Guys,
I'm guilty.
I can't do that. Like, I feel so bad. I'll go back to the aisle, but yeah.
I mean, I'll try to.
Yeah.
But like, if it's like, I can't, then it goes up.
If I'm in a bad way and like have a migraine and need to get out of that fluorescent light, I've probably done it. But for the most part, I try not to, just because most of the time the thing that I'm putting back is something cold. So it does need to go back in the cold section.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, leaving the store without buying anything. That does feel illegal. I feel like
you feel like you're robbing.
I feel like I've robbed them.
Especially retail stores.
Yes. So
I feel like I look guilty.
And back in the day when I worked at American Eagle, they had this like scanner, and it was for as many people that come in, it's like at least 2 out of 3 people need to be buying something.
Yeah.
So as a sales associate, your job was to go try and sell them something, because if your numbers are off and more people are shopping your store than buying stuff in your store, you'll get shut down. And so when I walk in somewhere, I really try not to go in unless I'm buying something, because I feel so bad.
See, I'm such a chronic looker. It's not even funny.
I hate shopping. So I really am not going anywhere. I do not need to be going.
And you over me are definitely worse. Well, let me go to this store and look and see what they have. I'm like, I'll just buy it.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, oh fuck, I bought that. But this one looks better.
Yeah. But we can always return things.
Yeah.
Listening to any and we never will.
Tell me what we've returned.
Listening to anything not in headphones in public. I don't do it, but I think it should be illegal. I hate when people have their volume on 10.
Don't even talk to me about a hospital cafeteria.
I know that really drives me fucking crazy. It really
Put some
bothers
fucking
me.
headphones in.
If you need to listen to something, do it in your car or do it in your headphones.
And they're employees.
Yeah.
People in doctor coats, and they're sitting there watching TikTok on Facebook, Fox News on full volume.
We don't need to hear your fucking...
It's crazy.
We don't like your algorithm. It's not tailored to us. We don't want to hear it. Looking up the menu before going to the restaurant, Logan James Fetzner.
Me. I do
Logan,
it too.
I don't do it unless I'm like, we're going somewhere and we have to figure out if we want to eat something there. Like when me and you go on a trip and we're going to be spending a lot of money going to that place, that's when I'll do it. But Logan will do it at our regular restaurants that we go to. Like in the car, he's already planning out what he's eating. And I'm like, I don't know. Let me sit down and see what the vibes are, because I'm window shopping when I'm walking through to get to my table.
Yeah.
That's how I'm picking what I'm eating. Going to the store at 9 p.m. when it closes at 10.
Yes.
McDonald's large drinks being over $1. You're paying mainly for the cup.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're mainly paying for. I was told as a kid that it was illegal to kill a praying mantis. Not the endangered species.
Oh my gosh. Smoking weed outside in a legal state.
It does feel so
crazy.
illegal. Literally, when I've been in Colorado and like smoked outside with Arletta, I'm like...
Well, and I feel like it feels illegal because when I was in college and I would go to visit my sister, specifically with one of my home friends.
Yeah.
My sister made us go in her closet on the front porch and do it in an apartment
closet
complex.
in the front
I was
porch.
like, I thought it was legal here. She's like, yeah, but it can't smell. I was appalled.
No, that's crazy.
I was like, well, what do you mean? So even in Colorado, my first time in Colorado, I was still hiding
in a
it.
closet. No,
And
that
that's on
sucks.
Marley.
Yeah, that's on Marley. Having unmanicured feet and flip-flops.
I am the queen of unmanicured feet, so I can't even say anything.
You know, here is how I think about nails being done. It's like jewelry to me, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
And I try my hardest to have my toes done. And really, if my toes aren't done, unless I'm walking around the house, and when I say done, I mean to just like, if there's nail polish chipping off them, I'm taking it off.
Well, and also it's a complete luxury now to
It
be
is.
able to afford
You cannot
manicures
go do it.
and pedicures.
No, guys, you guys know, I mean, if you have listened to this podcast for a long time, I used to have a standing appointment. I was going to get toes and nails done. And I cannot justify it anymore.
No, it's like for both, you're out the door with 180 probably with tip every 2 weeks.
I mean, and if you go to a place that does like a Russian manicure or like what you really want to like get your nail health good and not them just being beat to shit, then like you're paying upwards of $200 for a double dip
for
day.
sure.
I cannot justify it anymore. So I'm learning, guys, I painted my nails. I already chipped them because I'm really rough with my fingers apparently. But I painted my nails for the first time forever and I'm loving them. Okay, we'll do 2 more.
Eating string cheese by biting it and not pulling it apart.
I'm guilty. Arrest me.
Same with Kit Kats.
Arrest me again. I will
do
so
both.
bad. I am so bad with both. But here's my thing with string cheese. I don't want my fingers in it. I would rather just hold it with the wrapper and do it like that, unless I'm like positive that my hands are clean, because it's getting under my nails. Like, ugh.
If I'm starving and I need it to really last,
I
string.
Yeah. Like you got a little bitty like bird feed yourself.
Sharing subscription accounts with friends. Shit's expensive.
Wait.
That's Taylar and I.
Yeah, that is us. Driving to your ex's house and not telling your best friend. You shouldn't have been doing that.
That's illegal.
I also saw another one earlier today. It's texting your ex and not telling your best friend. Also, it is illegal.
Yeah.
In the unwritten laws of girl code, it is so fucking illegal for you to do that. Okay, guys. Now, one of the things that I will say is, and should be illegal, is illegal in my mind, is not being able to dream.
Yeah.
Okay, which leads us into our first aims that we have.
User CheerLex622 titled Aims. So 2 weeks ago, I was at my best friend's house and her 5-year-old daughter was telling us about a dream she had. And then my best friend started telling me about one of her recent dreams, and then it dawned on me. I can't remember the last time I even had a dream. I used to have them, and even some that felt so real that it didn't even seem like a dream. But I swear that it has been months since I've had a dream that I can even remember. So am I missing something? Why am I not having dreams anymore?
So we had some besties respond to this bestie asking for help because, mind you, if you don't know where Ames comes from, it's called Am I Missing Something? And it's on our Reddit thread, Creeps and Crimes. 3 besties responded. The first one said, you should be grateful. I hate having dreams. And me and Morgan have been in that spot before where we're like, we do not want to have any more dreams. And I turned mine off for a long time.
Aaron doesn't dream.
Like how?
That he remembers. But
Logan
he doesn't
dreams
have dreams
every night.
I haven't heard of an Aaron dream in years. And I ask him often.
I bet also because he probably is like being a little bit of woken up when you're moving around in the mornings. You know how when that happens and you can't remember the dream when you go back to bed, maybe that's what's happening to him.
But like you know how you had a dream, you just can't remember it.
You just can't place it.
He doesn't dream. He says he doesn't dream.
The next person says, you may be overtired, causing yourself to not dream or not remember them, or not getting deep enough sleep. Interesting. And then the third bestie said, I noticed that I dream less and don't remember many of my dreams when I'm either overtired or I noticed I have started to spend my days in an unconscious state of mind. Are you in a place where you feel like you're just going through the motions? I think our brains need to be fed in a way that stokes our creativity and gives us something to think about even after we've fallen asleep. Maybe read a book that you can really indulge in, listen to a podcast topic you love, or call a friend that you miss. During the day, remind yourself when you remember that you are awake and alive, and try to find something beautiful around you to really trigger your brain into a curious place. Good luck and sweet dreams. That was a great response. Okay, so back in the day, we've talked about this on the podcast before, both me and Morgan, but there was a time where I was having such crazy dreams that I was feeling like I wasn't sleeping. If I would have had an Oura ring during this time, I would have had terrible sleep scores because I was talking in my sleep, walking in my sleep, moving around all night because these dreams were so busy that I would wake up remembering them from start to finish, every little detail, and be exhausted. So we would go to Susan, and then I'm like, I cannot dream right now. Like I am not doing good. So she helped me to like shut them down through my spirit guide, the gate holder, the gatekeeper. And over the years, I've really worked on being like, okay, I'm ready to dream again. And I will say with that, the bestie that commented, like being creative and curious, when I want to go to sleep and I want to have a dream, I'll think of things over and over again, like creative or funny or something before I'm going to bed, and not be like, shut up, go to sleep, like I do sometimes. Or I'll have dreams on the nights where I just like my head hits the pillow and I fall asleep, and I'm getting good enough sleep that I'm having like chill dreams.
Yeah. I dream if not almost every single night. Never fails.
Never fails for me.
Always crazy. Always. Sometimes I don't remember them, but for the most part, I can place them. But then within an hour of like my morning, they're gone out of my memory.
Yeah, and then
if they're really crazy, I will send a voice memo or a text to Taylar.
The second she's like moving around. Yeah. Or like if I have a crazy dream, I'll say it over and over out loud.
You know, I will say that when Aaron used to smoke, he dreamed all the time. And that was one thing that he said was different for him whenever he stopped smoking. And he hasn't in probably 3 years or so.
Yeah, a long time.
And so I wonder if
that has anything to do with it.
Because, well, it makes sense with what the listener was saying about the creativity. Because, like, when you're stony baloney, your creativity is out the door.
It's up
and circling the room and going
doing
crazy,
circles around you.
Trying to go out the door.
Yeah. No, that is true. But, you know, I will say, like, when I do smoke, sometimes I don't even dream because I sleep so hard.
Yeah.
But, oh, my God, let me tell you something. When I was pregnant, ain't no stopping those dreams. That was crazy. Every single night something was going on and I remembered it.
Yeah.
Multiple dreams a night. Okay.
Even when you were a kid, you dreamed a lot?
Oh my God, all the
Me
time.
too.
Vivid. I still remember them.
Like my dad, I got it from my dad because my dad says he dreams all the time. Even if he's napping on the couch, he's dreaming.
Yeah.
And I do
both
the same
of my
thing.
parents dream a lot, actually.
I dream even harder when I'm napping.
Oh God. Catch me in a dream on the couch midday. Good night, because I literally, it's so crazy that I wake up and I think I'm in my dream still. Yeah. Okay, Bestie, I hope that helped. I think that our bestie that commented for you is probably going to give you the best advice. So moving on to the next one. This is also from the Creeps and Crimes Reddit thread, user SideSum4788. Am I missing something? I think my mom loves me too much and hates me at the same time. My name is Monica, she, her, always feel free to use my name. And after having no idea where to post this, I know I can trust the besties. I recently had to move back in with my mom, and it is hellish at best. I previously worked about an hour and a half away, and every time my mom called me, she told me that I needed to be closer to home because I can't survive on my own. As it turns out, I made a few mistakes, and I guess I can't, but I also feel like I let my mom get into my head too much, and now I don't trust myself. She took me and my 3 cats in, but she didn't really have a choice. She originally told me that if I lived with her, I would have to rehome my cats, which sent me into a complete state of panic because they're my babies, and after losing so much, I couldn't lose them too. No one was willing to keep them from me, so they're still with me, but my mom refuses to let them out of the garage. Don't worry, it's heated. Since moving back in with her, she insists that we eat dinner every night together, and I recently suggested that I work weekends in my previous location, but she insists that it's bad for me to go there. She thinks that I can't control my finances and monitors my spending on a daily basis. Not to mention that she guilt trips me daily about the cats and how they inconvenience her. I mean, look, I could have done better and I realize that, but I can also learn from my mistakes. I wake up every morning in a panic and shaking because I absolutely hate my current situation, but I feel like I'm trapped. Am I being the asshole for feeling like my mom is trying to control me? I feel like I am, but I also feel like I've been manipulated into feeling this way. P.S. The cat staying with me is the utmost importance and is non-negotiable.
To me, I always think like when it comes to mother-daughter's relationship and a mother and son's relationship, there's this threshold when you hit a certain age where like either your parent grows with you, and accepts you as an adult, and an adult that is going to make their own decisions, good and bad. And then there's some parents that
they can't stop parenting.
They can't stop.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the situation.
Yeah.
Like she does not trust you.
I will say, like, you're living with your mom. It's her house. I understand the cats. Like, she doesn't want the cats in the house, whatever. But the situation that y'all are given, and she wants to, what she thinks, I'm sure in her brain, help you. And I have air quotations if you're listening to audio only. She has a say in the, if she doesn't want the cats. Do I think you should get rid of the cats? No. No, fuck no. Those are your babies. Like, you want them, you're utmost important, like you said, is having those cats as a non-negotiable. Well, then that's it. And like you said, like, you can learn from your mistakes that you've made in the past, and you can make decisions for yourself because you're an adult, and you move back in with your mom to get back on your feet. And maybe you just have a good conversation with her, not a hateful one, if she's the type of parent that you can have this type of conversation with, where you're like, Mom, I want to move out in the next year, so that way she can feel like she's helping you. Why don't you sit down with me and we make like a list of things that I need to do in order to prepare myself to be able to move out in November. So she wants to help you monitor your finances. Okay, well then you help hold me accountable to put, this amount of money into a savings account so that way I could pay first 3 months of rent at a location. And that's all just me being like hypothetical about a situation. So that way she can see that you are making moves to be responsible and like move on to a different location. She's not thinking that it's long-term with the cats. And she also can respect that you're being an adult about this, because also with a mom that parents a lot, there's some type of situations, like sometimes when I'm around my mom, I act like a kid. Because I want to be like a kid again, like I want my mom to cook me some dinner.
And they're also queens of giving unsolicited advice. Like instead of just being like, honey, that's not the decision that I would want you to make. I want you to know that I am completely against that decision, but support you either way.
Right.
Kind of thing. Like,
and some moms can't do that.
Have to learn from their own mistakes. And there's a lot of parents that cannot let go of those reins.
So maybe your way to like make this work in your favor, basically go into psychological warfare, is the fact that you can, what was it called? Reverse psychology, where it's like, hey, you want to help me and you want me to be responsible and to prove to you that I can do these things and gain back your trust. If that's what it is that she feels like she's lost with you in this situation, then okay, we can make a plan and you can hold me accountable. And then, Bestie, the second that you've clicked all those boxes that you need for yourself, and you can trust yourself too, because like you said, you have to learn from your mistakes and any situation that it might be. So that can also give yourself the encouragement and the reassurance that you need that you're ready to do this all over again, move back out and move into an apartment. Because best thing that you could do is, you're staying with your mom, bank some cash.
Yeah.
Banks. And if you get more money at that weekend location or more hours there, then tell your mom, this is why, here's exactly why I want to bank this money and I want to be able to invest it in my future. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this weekend job. I can get more hours here. She can't say that it's bad for you because it's good for you. It's doing exactly what you need it to do. Reverse psychology.
Yeah.
I hate that you're going through that, Bestie, because it's really hard to feel like you can't sleep or can't do anything without someone looking over your shoulder. But best thing that you can do is make a plan and reverse psychology your mom. Yeah. Okay, besties. Well, if you have an AIMS or an Am I Missing Something that you would like to send in to us and have us read on here, a la TBB, aka the Bestie Bonus, and you can submit that through our Reddit thread, or Reddit community.
Creeps and Crimes.
Creeps and Crimes. And you can use the AIMS tag, or you just do AIMS
at the top.
And then tell us what your clickbait us a little bit, you know?
Yeah, we love them.
We love a clickbait. And also, if you don't have a Reddit account or you don't want it to be tied back to you in any way, you can anonymously send it to our email and we will never blow up your spot. So, love you so much. We will talk to you on Thursday and then again next Tuesday for a TBB. Bye.
Love you. Bye.